Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Rudd, and I'm here to tell you guys about this Anchor app, which is the easiest way to make a podcast here. You don't believe me? Let me explain. First and foremost, it's free, guys. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And here's the best part. You can make money from it, guys, with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So if you guys are down with this, I want you guys to go and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I'll see y'all on the inside. Let's get on with the show. Peace. Yeah, what's happening? Y'all know what it is or what it's about. Welcome back to another episode of Jay Rudd's World, the realest podcast in the world. As always, I'm your host, Jay Rudd. And before we get down to business, of course, let me plug my social media. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Jay Rudd. YouTube is Jay Rudd. My second channel, Jay Rudd Music. The third channel for the podcast is Jay Rudd's World Podcast. And the podcast for the Mantastic Four, the YouTube channel for the Mantastic Four podcast and our videos is the Mantastic Four. We have 175 subscribers on the channel, and our first episode isn't even out yet, which, by the way, first episode of the podcast is dropping on Friday, September 10th, so make sure that you guys are subscribed to the Mantastic Four September 10th. All right, a lot of people are excited about it. I'm surprised we built 175 subscribers may not be a lot to, some, people with like a lot of subscribers, but to us, it's 175 to basically, it's a start. It's a start. And we plan on building. So make sure that you guys subscribe to the Mantastic Four. Clapper is at J Rudd, capital J, capital R, U, D. And TikTok, of course, I changed my username to get me out of that shadow ban, and it worked. It's JRudd 2.0. And if you guys want to send an email, it's jruddsworld24@gmail.com. Shout out to everybody who supports the show. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I hope you guys keep on supporting the show. A lot of you guys have been DMing me talking about, man, Jay Rudd, we want to hear you talk about more celebrity gossip. I know whenever I started the podcast, I used to be ranting and raving about what celebrities were doing all the time, crapping on celebrities and Instagram models and stuff. Jay Rudd, we want the old Jay Rudd back. And I'm telling you guys, I've been staying out of celebrity gossip. I've been staying out of celebrities' lives. But I'm telling you, man, as soon as something interesting happens, and I can get a lesson to teach you guys, because this is what I'm doing. If I'm going to talk about celebrities, I'm going to talk about, of course, what they're doing wrong, and a lesson that we can learn, so that way you, in the future, men and women all over the world, how you guys can prevent from having that same issue. There's going to be a lesson out of it. There's so many gossip shows and stuff like that. They just talk about gossip and what people are doing all the time, and no solutions to the problem. I want to give you guys solutions. So as soon as something interesting comes up, then I will talk about celebrities and stuff like that. I think the last celebrity that I talked about was Drake, and that was whenever he rented out Dodger Stadium just to take that woman on a date. And I told you young men that you don't need to have money just to take a woman out. As a matter of fact, women who are genuinely interested in you, you won't even have to spend a dime on them, or you wouldn't have to spend that much money on them. They would just be happy with a coffee, a drink, coming over to your place, you cooking dinner, maybe having a glass of wine, that is, if you guys are of age, and just chilling. But that's the last celebrity that I talked about. However, here's one thing that I've learned, though. Here's one thing that I have learned. Don't beef with other content creators. Do not beef with them. I don't get it. I don't get it. I see a lot of content creators calling each other out and calling each other names, and it's just like, don't beef with other content creators, man. Just leave it alone. All right, just leave it alone. And that's just something that I have been observing. Okay, stop beefing with other content creators. Another lesson that I have been learning, and all you gotta do is just watch what's happening. Look at the statistics and stuff like that. Another thing that I've been learning is that it's easy to take men down. It's easy to take a man down, a successful man. All you have to do is just falsely accuse him of something, and then next thing you know, his whole empire goes crumbling down because there are people in the media that actually believe everything that somebody tells them. Haven't you guys noticed that? A woman will come out and falsely accuse a man of rape or what have you, and people believe it. People believe it. The next thing you know, that man, everything that he has worked hard for, his empire that he's built, comes crumbling down just because a woman lied on him. It doesn't even have to be a woman. It could be somebody else. Everything you worked hard for just comes crumbling down. And so that's why, fellas, it's very, very important that if you guys are on your way to success, okay? If you guys are on your path and you know exactly what you want to do, if you guys plan on being famous, a public figure, what have you, get yourself a lawyer. I hope you guys can afford a lawyer. Get yourself a lawyer, and just be prepared, man. And just be prepared. Because once you're at the top, there are going to be people who are going to take you down. And yes, they will lie on you in order to do it. They don't care. They do not care what they do or how they do it. They will take you down. Even if that means throwing their integrity out the window. They will lie on you for money. They will lie on you for clout, for views. That's just how it goes, man. It sucks. But that is the world that we have lived in. That is the world that we are living in right now. Man. I got a question from a young man on Instagram. And his question was a really good question. He said, J. Rudd, what are some of the ways you relieve stress? And I answered that video in a Clapper video, which, by the way, like I told you guys, go follow me on Clapper at J. Rudd. I said, I do a lot of things to relieve stress, man. I do a lot of things to relieve stress. I like to get away. I like to get in my car, go for a drive. Sometimes I go for a walk. Sometimes I go for a run. I do things to, clear my head so that way whenever I come back to that difficult task, I can come back with a clear mind. I can be able to focus. So that's how I relieve stress. I know a lot of people, they might take deep breaths or maybe they'll do yoga. But I want to know, man, send your answers to the show. What is one way you guys relieve stress, or some ways that you guys relieve stress? Multiple ways. Let me know. DM me at JRudd on Instagram or email me jruddsworld24@gmail.com. Your mental health is very important, ladies and gentlemen who are listening right now. Your mental health is very, 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 very important. You have to be right up here before you guys do anything else, man. You have to be right up here before you guys do anything else. If you guys approach a task and you're not in the right mindset for it, you're not going to do it to the best of your ability. I'm speaking from experience. Right? If you go into something with a bad attitude, man, of course you're going to do the task with a bad attitude, and you're going to get frustrated. And the more frustrated you get, the more likely you are not going to complete the task. You won't do the task correctly, whatever task it is that you're doing. You won't do it correctly, and there's a good chance that you'll probably have to do it again. And when you find out you have to do it again, you get more angry because you have to do it again because you're not in the right mindset. So make sure that everyone approaches a task with a clear mind, be focused, and get the job done. Shout out to Jason Capital. For those of you guys who are familiar with Jason Capital, he is America's honest dating coach. At least he was a couple of years ago. But, you know, that's how I know America's Honest Dating Coach when I checked him out my junior year of high school. And I will never forget one of the videos that he made stood out to me. He said, the state that you wake up in is your default setting. So if you wake up in a good mood, then that's just going to be your default setting. You're going to be in a good mood all day. Right? Until, of course, you know, somebody comes and, you know, tries to get you out of that good mood. But, you know, I hope that doesn't happen to you guys. But the state that you wake up in becomes your default setting. So if you wake up in a good mood, you're going to have a good day. You wake up in a bad mood, there's a good chance you're going to have a bad day. So if you guys ever wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I encourage you guys to get your mind right. Take a few deep breaths. Do whatever it is that you guys got to do to get your mind right. Because a lot of people wake up in the morning, they're just mad about nothing. Haven't you guys ever woke up in the morning just on the wrong side of the bed? You don't even know why you're angry, but you're angry. Why is there grass on the ground? Jesus Christ. And then all of a sudden, because there's grass on the ground, you want to go and you want to yell at your family or something like that, man. Make sure that you guys get your mind right before you guys take on the day. Because mental health is very, very, very important. Oh, man. So, one of my TikToks is going viral. Well, I mean, no, we could say viral. I was just checking it out right now. I hit 2 million views on it. I don't know if that's viral, but I mean, that's the most views that I've ever gotten on a TikTok video. So, I mean, it's good for me. But there was this guy, you know, this black guy saying that the reason why Eminem is the most popular artist is because white people love him. That's what he said. And I stitched his video, and I got up there and I said, well, I mean, I thought it was because he makes good music, right? I like Eminem, and I'm black. All right? I mean, lyrically, he's awesome. I love Eminem. And I just basically said that. I said, well, I thought it was because he makes good music. And then at the end, I said, well, then you know what? Why don't we just make it about race? I said, like every other problem in the world, why don't we just make this about race, right? How come we can't just, you know, accept the fact that there are white people that are good at rapping, right? There are people from other races that are good at, that have talent. You know what I mean? That's just, you know, that's just what it is, man. How come everything has to be about race? You know? Granted, is there racism out there? Yes. You know, I don't want people thinking that, you know, I don't believe in racism. I mean, of course there's racism out there, you know, but it's just like, we don't have to blame everything on race. Well, you know, he's only like that because it's white, or because it's black, because it's Indian, because it's Mexican, because it's Asian. How come we can't just say, well, you know, he's talented? He's talented. That's why he's one of the most popular artists, because he's talented. I mean, I'm not everybody, but you know, people of different races like his music, right? Dr. Dre wouldn't have signed Eminem if he didn't think Eminem had talent. And last time I checked, Dr. Dre ain't white. He's black. So that's that. So that's the TikTok that's going viral. It's going viral. 2 million, and yeah, a lot of people are following me because of it. So you know, we gotta keep the party going. We gotta keep the party going, man. I always try my best to keep it real, guys. I mean, I know I'm gonna do and say things that you guys will not agree with. However, I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. We're all learning each and every single day, you know. So it's okay to agree to disagree, man. Ever since I put out that video asking if I thought if some black people out there still believe that the man is holding them down, or are they just lazy, man, shoot, I got people calling me a coon. I mean, nothing like nothing. I've heard all that before, you know, coon, nigga, Uncle Tom, sellout. I pander to white people, white supremacy and stuff. You know, it's just like, dang, man. But yo, I mean, I do understand welfare, and poverty, and However, I look at successful African American artists. I look at Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart, Dr. Dre, right? Who just they didn't blame their shortcomings or their failures on the man. They were able to have successful careers doing what they do. And there are lazy people out there. Not just for black people, but for all races. There are lazy people out there. You guys gotta, like I told you guys last week, you guys gotta go and you gotta make the American dream happen for yourself. Nobody is going to give it to you. Point blank, period. So yeah, you guys can call me a coon. Y'all can call me a nigga. Uncle Tom said that I pander to white people. That's cool. Also, somebody commented on one of my videos talking about I will never be accepted by white people. Oh man, you guys are funny. That's pretty cute. But anyway, man, that's all for today. That's all for today, man. I got to give a shout out to the Big Headed Puddin' Podcast, Cass Slightly, Everett Ferguson, Amanda Rocks, Irrelevant Pleasures with Amanda Rocks. Make sure that you guys go and check out her podcast. And yeah, make sure that you guys go and follow Chuck Daddy, Chuck Kohout, Paul Bauer, Black Spider Guy Advice. They are also part of the Fantastic Four as well. They keep it real. And yeah, I'm excited to see where the Fantastic Four takes us, man. So yeah, God bless you guys. And I will see y'all soon. Peace.